I used to co-teach science classes, and I have taught all science subjects to at-risk and special education, tweens and teens in grades 6 to 12, and I did it for 15 years. I've always thought that we were doing these students a disservice in terms of educating them. We offered them help with math and help with reading. We might help them with their executive function skills, but we didn't offer this in a class because there's no highly qualified teacher for that subject, and there's no way to really measure it in terms of success. We might even give them some time with a social worker, speech therapist, or occupational therapist, but what we are really teaching them in schools is to be good, to get through school any way they can, and to fit in if possible. Doing all this will help them to avoid trouble. What we do not do as a society or as an educational system is address the problems these children come to us with. We do not educate the rest of the students in school how to be compassionate, understanding of people that might look normal but are not quite the same as everyone else. It might not be glaringly obvious why I'm discussing this topic in a talk about motivational operations, but I promise it's going to come together. Part of the job of an educator is to show students how what they are learning is applicable in the real world, how they'll use it once they leave school, and to show its value. It's the job of an educator to provide a glimpse of the motivating operation. Example, if a math teacher tells a student that they're learning trigonometry and what they're learning is used every day by architects, and you have a kid in your class that wants to be an architect, suddenly that student's interest is piqued, and they are going to be more motivated to learn that type of math. Educators need to start teaching students that no matter what their job is or what career path they choose, they're going to encounter some neurospicy type of people. And they're going to need to learn how to communicate effectively, show compassion, and actually deal with whatever situations arrive rather than expect that person they're dealing with to always be in control and on their best behavior, because let's face it, that's exhausting. And there may be one day when they come across an emergency situation involving someone that has an issue that causes them to deal with stress in a less than socially acceptable way. Do you just walk away from that situation and that emergency because you don't know how to deal with their behavior? Education systems and educators need to make it a motivational priority for students to learn about these disorders and the behaviors associated with them. Ways to drive, to use a term used by Skinner in the early thought process of motivating operations, to drive students to learn this topic are to relate it to their lives and their futures. Ask them open-ended questions. Have them research those questions. Create problem-based learning scenarios for them to explore solutions to. Behaviors need to become socially acceptable, but society also needs to become accepting of behaviors as well.